Be me. Greater than 39yo office guy. Mid-level, mid-salary, midlife crisis. Live alone. Routine is wake, work, microwave dinner, sleep, repeat. Secretly in love with my neighbor for like 5 years. She lives 2 doors down. Gorgeous, smart, always kind to everyone. Probably thinks I'm furniture. Talk twice. Once about the mail, once when I dropped my keys and she picked them up. Think I'm doomed to die alone with 3 plants and a Netflix password. One rainy Thursday. Leave for work late. Elevator arrives and she's in it. Also some kid from upstairs, maybe 6 to 7 years old. Pretend I'm not dying inside. Try to look casual, lean on elevator wall, miss and bump into the buttons. Doors close. 5 seconds later, sudden jolt. Elevator stops. Silence. Small blinking light and then, nothing. Kid. What's happening? She tries to stay calm but starts breathing fast. Says she's claustrophobic. Hands shaking, voice breaking. Then she freezes. Curls into the corner. Can't speak. Oh God. She's having a panic attack. Me.exe has stopped working. Kid looks at me like I'm supposed to be an adult. Do something. You're older. Somehow remember bottled water in my bag. Open it, kneel down next to her. Gently ask if I can help. Pour a bit of water on tissue. Dab her forehead. Talk slowly, calmly, like I've seen in movies. It's okay, we're safe. Breathe with me. In, out. Kid copies me, doing deep breaths with us. She starts to come back, eyes clearer. After 10 minutes, she's okay. We wait in silence. Hour later, rescue team gets the door open. She stands up, looks me in the eyes. Thank you. I mean it. Nod like an awkward penguin. Next morning. Knock at my door. It's her. Hey, I wanted to thank you properly. Can I take you out for dinner? Brain error. Unexpected outcome. Mouth. Yeah, sure. Heart. Spontaneously combusts. Didn't know it yet. But that elevator wasn't the end of a routine. It was the beginning of a life. Be me. Guy who used to feel like an NPC in a gray office sim. Now going on an actual dinner date with her. The neighbor I've been crushing on since forever. She shows up in this simple dress. No crazy makeup. Just her. And she's even more amazing in conversation than I thought. She laughs at my dry jokes. Tells stories with these sparkly eyes. Realize I'm smiling like a weirdo all night. Realize I haven't smiled like that in years. Date ends, she thanks me again for the elevator. Says I made her feel safe. Me. Feeling. Things. We start texting. Random stuff, coffee places, dumb memes, photos of her cat knocking over things. She tells me I seem lighter now. Didn't even know I was heavy. Suddenly start noticing weird stuff. Like waking up before my alarm. My office cubicle looks less like a cage, more like a challenge. I volunteer for a project nobody wants. Colleagues blink in surprise. Boss, didn't know you had that in you. Me, neither did I. Start walking home instead of taking the bus. Noticing sunsets again. Coffee tastes better. Literally humming sometimes, like I'm in a movie montage. She calls me just to say hi. I find myself saying stuff I used to hold in. Like, I had a hard day, but I thought of you and smiled. She listens, actually listens, and says, I'm proud of you. I go quiet for a moment, because no one said that to me in a long time. Coworkers joke that I must have won the lottery. Kinda did. Start buying better clothes, not expensive, just ones that feel right. Start sitting straighter, talking clearer. I don't even notice the change until a client says, you've got leadership energy. Bro, I'm just a guy who got stuck in an elevator and found air again. I still come home alone. Still heat up food in the microwave. But the room isn't empty anymore. There's laughter in my voice messages. Warmth in my chest. Never thought I'd say this. But I'm alive again. And it's not because someone saved me. It's because someone saw me. Still scared to ruin it. Still waiting for the other shoe to drop. But for the first time in years, I'm walking forward instead of standing still. Be me. Greater than 38 years old office guy who used to feel like a walking glitch in real life. Now living with her. The neighbor. The woman who once panicked in an elevator and now somehow believes in me. Bro, life hits different now. Feel like I've gone back to being 22. Waking up early not because I have to, but because I want to. My legs move faster, brain sharper, heart lighter. I'm smiling at people like an idiot. Even Karen from accounting doesn't annoy me anymore. Mom calls. Usual guilt trip stuff. You never visit. You don't care about your poor mother. Old me? Would have spiraled. New me? Sorry mom, gotta run. Busy building something real. Old friends try to drag me into pub nights full of whining and complaints. Decline with a smile. My life is no longer open mic night for negativity. Boss notices. Drops a file on my desk. Tough client. High stakes. Pull this off and you're moving up. Heart races. She believes in me. I believe in me. Let's go. First few days I'm on fire. Late nights feel like victories. Whiteboard full, inbox clean, coffee strong. But then, it creeps in. Insomnia. Tiny voice in my head whispering, "You're not good enough." Mom starts texting nonstop again. "Don't forget where you came from." Project gets messier. Clients vague. Deadlines tighter. Girl still kisses me goodbye every morning. Still says, "I'm proud of you" before sleep. But I'm running on fumes. Sleep deprived, anxious, shaking hands on the keyboard. Head buzzing like a beehive of doubt. One night, final straw, file gets corrupted. Hours of work gone. Screen goes blue and so do I. Fall to the floor of our living room, knees pulled to chest. Sobbing like a kid lost in a supermarket. I feel like I failed her. Failed me. Failed everything. Door opens. It's her. She came home early. Doesn't say anything at first. Kneels beside me. Cups my face in her hands like I'm fragile glass. Whisper voice. "You're my hero. You've already done more than enough." I break again. Not from pain. From relief. She doesn't ask me to stop crying. She just holds me like I matter. Something shifts. I exhale for the first time in weeks. And in that moment I believe her. Get up the next day. Red-eyed but alive. Fix the file. Salvage the project. Deliver it 2 days early. Boss, you're a machine. Me, I'm not. I'm loved. That's better. Promotion comes a week later. But the real win. I didn't break. I bent, and someone caught me. The guy who once blended into office walls now stands with his chest out. All because one woman handed him water in an elevator. And gave him something more powerful than confidence. Belief. Be me. Greater than 38 years old cubicle ghost. Used to think life was just a loop of emails, passive-aggressive meetings, and cold dinners. But then, one elevator ride. One panic attack. One small act. Just handed her a bottle of water. Just tried to calm her down. Didn't know I was changing my whole life in that moment. Now I wake up next to her. Sunlight hits her face like a damn movie. She smiles like I'm her favorite story. And I don't feel like a background character anymore. Not just loved. Seen. My apartment? Our home now. Plants on the windowsill. Notes on the fridge. Her socks somehow everywhere and I don't even mind. Work isn't just work. I take initiative. My opinion matters. People actually wait for me to speak in meetings. Boss calls me by name instead of, "Hey, guy." I catch my reflection sometimes and don't look away anymore. She made me better without asking me to be. She didn't fix me. She reminded me I was never broken. Sometimes I sit on the edge of our bed. Hold that same water bottle cap I kept like some weird emotional souvenir. And wonder how something so small could have meant so much. If that elevator hadn't broken down. If I hadn't looked up from the floor when she started to panic. If I had stayed silent. I'd still be numb. I'd still be stuck. Instead, I laugh louder. Walk taller. Live brighter. She believes in me so much I started to believe too. I used to think my story was over. Turns out I was just in the wrong chapter.